Good morning to all of you. My name is Dr. R. Periyasamy, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, Government College of Engineering, Bodi Nayakunnur. Today we are going to discuss about the topic wind energy. Wind is nothing but moving air. Sun generate 4 into 10 to the power 26 joules of electromagnetic radiation every second and radiated into space. Approximately 2% of total sunlight which falls on the earth is converted into wind energy. When sunlight falls on the earth's surface is heated differently due to the factors of cloud cover, mountains, water bodies, etc. As a result of this, the temperature of the earth varies from place to place. Air on the earth's surface with the high temperature will begins to rise due to its lighter density. Hence, low atmospheric pressure is developed in that particular place. Air on the earth's surface with lower temperature create high atmospheric pressure. Hence, the air from high pressure area moves towards the low pressure area. Thus, wind is formed. See, this diagram clearly shows about the formation of wind and the direction of wind. In this video lecture, we will discuss about how the wind energy is converted into electrical energy by using windmill. The most important part of windmill is blades. Normally, the wind turbine contains 2 or 3 blades. The hub and the blades combinedly form the rotor. The main and most important body sitting on the top of the tower and back to the rotor is called nozzle. Inside the nozzle, low speed shaft, gearbox, high speed shaft, generator and wind charge controller. These components are placed inside the nozzle. Behind the nozzle, there are 2 more parts are there. One is anemometer and another one is wind vane. The function of anemometer is to measure wind speed. The function of wind vane is to measure the wind direction. So it has a major role. So the wind vane rotates the turbine to the wind direction. Hence, the blade receive maximum wind and energy. When wind blows, the blade gets rotated. When the blade rotates, the low shaft, that is the low speed shaft, rotates with a speed of 10 to 60 rpm. Normally, this speed is not enough to produce electricity. So, the speed of the low speed shaft is to be increased by a gearbox. So, the gearbox rotates the high speed shaft with around 1500 rpm. The high speed shaft is connected to a generator. That generator converts the kinetic energy into electrical energy. It produces alternate current, AC current. Here one more part is there, wind charge controller. The wind charge controller converts the AC current into direct current. This direct current flows through a cable and connected to a inverter. That inverter convert the DC current into usable alternate current. Advantages of wind energy. So wind energy have so many advantages. It is free, renewable and inaccessible energy. It is built shore and offshore places. It supplies power to remote and rural area. It is economic and free from pollution. With this, we have concluded the topic wind energy. We are going to see one more topic, breeder reactor. Breeder reactors means a reactor which are designed so that breeding is taking place is known as breeder reactor. Breeder reactor are producing more fissile material than they consume during the nuclear chain reaction. See, uranium-238 to plutonium-239 or thorium-232 to uranium-233. In fusion reaction, in nuclear fission reaction, there are 3 neutrons are produced. Only 1 neutron is used to continue the chain reaction. Other 2 neutrons are allowed to react with uranium-238 and produce 2 units of plutonium-239. The breeder reactor produce more and more fissionable material. See the following reaction. Uranium-238, when a neutron bombarded with uranium-238, it gives uranium-239. The uranium-239 is not stable, hence it is converted into neptunium-239 and finally it is converted into plutonium-239, which is a fissionable material. Thank you.